Come in. Hey Carolyn, how are you today?
Good, how are you?
Good, take a seat.
Okay.
So today, how have you been doing with everything since we talked about last session?
I'm doing okay, but I feel like my daughter wants me to have the get-go.
Oh no, has it improved at all or?
Yeah, I feel like it's okay, but I just feel so bad for I guess
Right.
imposing on them.
Right, well, we gotta get you connected with some of those resources. Today I kind of have a little activity for us to do together, just to kind of like understand where you're coming from, understand your connections and your resources and everything. So we're gonna do a genogram, which is basically a map of who's all in your family, who's your familial support systems, and then we're gonna do an eco map, which is more about your connections to the community and friends in your life. So let's start with the genogram.
Okay.
So if this is you, who would be in this first bubble here? Who would be the closest to you?
I think I'm probably closest right now with my daughter.
Okay. And you'd say that's a strong bond right now, or would you say it's a little hazy with the housing situation?
I think it's a strong bond. I know she's just trying to help, but sometimes, stubbornness runs in our family, let me tell you.
Definitely. Okay, so we're gonna put a nice thick line there, but we're also gonna make a little note saying that it's a little unstable. Okay, so other than your daughter, do you have any other family members in your life or in your past, has there ever been any family members that have been close to you?
I can tell you about my parents if you want.
Sure,
but
yeah.
They passed away already.
Okay.
But I did have a mom and dad, but
Okay.
my dad or my mom passed away when I was a kid. So I had a stepmom, and my stepmom was okay, but growing up with my dad, he just didn't understand like a lot of the stuff that I went through.
So would you say that you and your dad kind of had a weak connection? Or was it more like connected?
I think we were really connected because he didn't get remarried until I was in high school. So it was just us for a really long time. And after he got remarried, my stepmom, like she didn't know him, but he stayed with her.
Yeah, so maybe we can put a weak link between between your stepmom and your dad, because it seems like there's some tension there. But we will put a strong line here between you and your dad because that was a strong connection for you. And before your mom passed away, were you guys close or were you kind of distant, or like how old were you when she passed?
I think I was only a couple of years old.
Okay.
My mom died when I was a kid.
Okay, so you don't really remember much about her?
No, I don't really remember her very much besides what my dad said and then pictures and stuff.
Okay, so we'll just make a note there and we'll put a weak link. Okay, is there anyone else in your family, or do you think this looks good for you as our genogram?
My stepmom passed away too. I don't know if that matters.
Okay, I'll make a note of that.
Okay, and then for my family, I'm an only child, so I don't have any siblings.
Alrighty, so I think we can move on to the eco map now.
Okay.
So kind of the same concept. We're gonna start with a circle in the middle, and we're gonna say that's you. And now we're gonna say some things that you're involved with in the community and your friends and such. So I think last time we talked about how you're sort of interested in going to church. Would you say that church is like a community outlet for you?
Yeah, oh
Okay.
yeah. I guess that's an update that I started going to church again.
Oh, that's great to hear.
Right.
So
And
put a strong on there.
what were you saying?
Is there anyone in your church community that you feel you're getting close to or not particularly?
There's a women's prayer group that I joined, but I just joined, so I don't really know like a lot of people there yet. But I feel like it's a really good, outlet for people my age. And
That's
stuff.
really
You know,
good.
yeah, and my daughter usually takes me. Sometimes I can drive myself, but I don't like to borrow, her car a lot because she's busy. She's got stuff.
Okay, so, and then we also talked about your teacher friends last session, and we kind of established how they're kind of distant from you. So we'll kind of make a dotted disconnected line and we'll put your teacher friends. Have you connected with them recently, or when was the last you've heard from them?
I messaged Ella on Facebook again, and she said that she'd like to meet sometime,
Oh, that's great.
but Ella's not doing very well. Ella just found out she got cancer, so I have a feeling she's gonna pass away soon. But I know I have 3, I think, pretty good teacher friends, but I can reach out to the other 2, but I think I was closest with Ella.
Right.
So
I'm sorry to hear that.
That's
Hopefully you can reconnect with her before, time runs out.
right.
So is there any other community involvement or job updates that you have?
I like to go to an old like a quilting or knitting group.
Okay.
Both quilting and knitting, but I go to that I think about once a week probably.
Okay, that's great.
But lately attendance has been a little spotty just because I've really been looking around, like trying to find an apartment and stuff.
Okay, so I just put that in a thin line since you're still very interested in it but haven't been attending lately. Is there anything else you would like to add to your ego map?
Maybe we can put my old school that I used to teach at. I used to teach at Clearbrook. Sometimes I'll go back there for old football games and stuff.
Oh, that's great. I'm glad you're still connected to the community. I also put a thin line there. Okay. All right, so I think that's pretty much good for our session today. So we'll see you next week if that works. Okay, awesome. Good. See you later.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.